Hello, my beautiful friends. I hope you're doing amazing. Today, we are going to be getting ready together. I'm going to be telling you my birth story and all that, if that's something you'd be interested in. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Audrey. Thank you so much for being here. Please consider subscribing down below. Before you leave, we talk about makeup over here. I'm just a mom who loves makeup, and that's what we do. And if you're returning, hi, hello, welcome. I love and appreciate you, and let's get started. Okay, so this is just a really chill, get ready with me. We're going to do our makeup together. I'm going to tell you the story of my recent birth, the birth of my fifth child. I am 12 days postpartum right now. And yes, it's the beginning, it's the middle of the day. So if you hear any noises, all my kids are awake. Um, and yeah, and uh, just a disclaimer, we're going to talk about birth. We're going to talk about all the details of that. We're going to talk about the NICU. And so, yeah, if you don't want to hear those details, then this might not be the video for you. But I don't hold anything back. So we're going to talk about dilation and all that. So, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I post videos. I am back. I've taken like kind of a 2-week break. I had some videos pre-filmed. I wish I had more, but that happens to me. I don't have as many as I want usually pre-filmed. But yeah, so hit that notification bell so you get notified when I upload because my schedule is kind of crazy. I'm hoping to get back into it though. At least 3 videos a week, and then I post a short every single day. So check those out. And if you are interested in anything that's on my face today, if I forget to mention anything, everything is always linked down in the description box below. Some of those links are affiliated links if I can help it. And that just helps my channel, goes right back into it to make videos and content for you guys. So yeah, thank you so, so much for shopping through my links. I super, super appreciate it. I see you. Thank you. All right. Grab a drink. I tend to talk a lot. Okay. So let's get my makeup started so we aren't here for an hour. But I can be here for an hour. I like to do my makeup and take my time. But anyways. Okay. So 12 days postpartum. Mila Lauren was born on October 1st at 12:36 a.m. in the morning. And she was 6 pounds, 7 ounces, and 18 inches long. I was 39 weeks and like 2 days. I do already have my eyebrows done. And yeah, so full term. Stay tuned to the end. You might see her in a little bit of a blooper at the end. She might make a small appearance. But yeah, so I got sick. I had planned on posting more videos and pre-recording more, but I got sick. So, okay, I had a doctor's appointment the Wednesday before I went into labor, and I was dilated at a 2. So we were kind of just waiting to see if I would dilate more on my own before scheduling any kind of induction because my doctor doesn't really like you to go over 40 weeks, which is fine with me. I hope, we are going to talk about birth, and I understand everybody has different opinions of how it should be done, but I would never be upset at anyone for how they decide to do their birth journey. So please do not get upset with me. Please stay kind in the comments. So, yeah, that's where we were at. I was dilated at a 2. And we were just kind of waiting to see if I dilated more on Wednesday. And then, and of course, I was hoping, like, yes, please. Because when you're 39 weeks pregnant, at least for me, I'm like, let's get this show on the road. So I go home that night, and then we're just kind of waiting. I'm having contractions, but like nothing intense enough to go to the doctor. And at baby number 5, I'm getting pretty good at knowing when those contractions are baby time contractions, right? When it's go time. So Wednesday, that's what happened. And then Thursday night, I got a fever. I had a fever and kind of aches. And I got sick. And it was awful because I'm 39 weeks pregnant, and you can't really take a lot of medications when you're pregnant. So I was taking Tylenol and trying to keep the fever down with Tylenol, but it's just Tylenol doesn't do a whole lot. So I was sick Thursday, and then Friday I spent all day in bed, and then Saturday spent almost the entire day in bed again. But then Saturday night around 8:30, I went into labor, and I was still kind of sick, and that was very, very scary because for me, I was like scared that my fever was going to get too high and that it would hurt my baby, and I was just checking my temperature constantly. So, yeah, that that happened. That was fun. Wow, this is yellow. So, uh, let's see. Went into labor. I lose my train of thought so fast. um, I was scared, but it turned out okay. I went into labor so the contraction started at like 8:30, okay? And we live like 30, 25, 30 minutes away from the hospital. And yeah, that drive, that drive is awful for me. We just have to get there. So we leave the house, and I'm having contractions, and we get to the hospital. And I mean, I still kind of feel like crap because I am sick. But we get there, and they get me into a room, and they check me, and I'm only dilated at like 3.5, right? And I've had an epidural with every one of my kids. I've had 5 epidurals so far, and I will continue to get them. And I respect you if you don't, and if that's your journey, that's fine. But this is how I do it. This is my story. So, I have waiting for the epidural, waiting because they have to get the IV in, and still all the while having wonderful, painful contractions. And the doctor, my doctor that I always see, she was not able to be there. So there was a different doctor, a different gentleman I'd never met before, and that was kind of unfortunate. But it worked out. And the nurse, I had a nurse who was a male, my first ever male nurse, labor and delivery nurse. And I'm so super thankful for my labor and delivery nurses. Oh my goodness, like those people are amazing. Amazing. I have so much respect for them that they can do that. So the doctor comes in that is not my original doctor, and he's like, "We don't really like how your baby's heart rate is acting. Every time you have a contraction, her heart rate kind of goes down, and that's not very good. Could be many things. Could be your placenta. Could be the cords wrapped around her neck. Could be lots of stuff. But she's kind of in distress. And if you do not progress fast enough, we may have to do a C-section." And that was not super fun to hear in that moment. I'm sure you can imagine. And so that was a possibility. She was already kind of acting like she was in distress. So they finally get everything done that they need to get done. And they do the epidural. And so right before they put in the epidural, I was like, they checked me, and I was like 4.5, 5. I was about a 4.5, 5. And then they get the epidural in, and in less than an hour, I'm a 9. So as soon as my body is able to relax, it just does it. So I'm dilated at a 9. We wait like 30 more minutes maybe, and then it's baby time, and it's time to push. And I pushed like 3 10-second times, and then 3 more 3-second times, and then out she came. And So yeah, I was in labor for like a total of 4 hours, maybe. Like it was not that long, but 8:30 to 12:30 is like 4 hours. So um yeah, I mean baby number five. My body kind of knows what's up and what to do. Okay, so baby girl comes out and she's green. She looks like a little Shrek baby. She's green and she had been swimming in meconium, um, which is not a huge deal until they come out. So she could have been swimming in meconium for quite a bit, and I mean, it's kind of gross to talk about, but it's not a huge deal until they come out. So she's green. She came out and she aspirated meconium, which means that essentially, she got poop in her lungs. So she couldn't breathe. And, I mean, her lungs have never breathed air before. So she's already having to breathe for the first time. And she now is having a really hard time because she's aspirated meconium. And so you could see when you looked at her, I mean, her chest just like working extra, extra hard to breathe. So she had to go to the NICU. I had two of my babies. My first two had to go to the NICU. Michael, his heart rate went down every time I had a contraction, and he came out kind of purple because I was in labor for like 12 hours and then pushed for 2.5. So he had to go for like 6 hours just to make sure that he was okay. Michelle, my second, she had the cord wrapped around her neck and she came out kind of purple too. So they just took them for a few hours to make sure that they were all right. But with Mila, it was a very different circumstance. She was, I mean, she was in danger. It was scary. And she was in the NICU for 5 days. And I can't even imagine. My heart hurts for the mothers who have their babies go in the NICU for months. I know that it happens. Um, Shout out to my good friend Miri here on YouTube. She has a YouTube channel. She actually sent me some flowers that were sent to the abandoned house right next to us. But I got the flowers. Super, super, super sweet. Really, really needed that kind of encouragement. She had a couple babies go to the NICU, and I mean, it's super common and happens a lot, but it's never happened to me like that. And I struggled. I cried probably the entire first 2 days that she was not there with me because I wanted her with me and I wanted to be able to take her home, and we just couldn't. So she had to have a CPAP machine on her nose. So it was breathing for her, and they had to clear her lungs out, and she did an amazing job. She was a trooper. She was full term, so I think it was just a little bit easier for her than it would be for like a little preemie baby. So sad and scary to think about. But oh, so I was very, very lucky that because we live 25-30 minutes away from the hospital, we were able to stay in the hospital, and we went to all of her, they call them cares, like her little, they see the baby every 3 hours, change their diaper, feed them when they start eating. And so yeah, so we were able to be there every 3 hours. Slade and I stayed in the hospital. Huge shout out to my mom. she came and anticipated only staying for the first day because we would come home, but we didn't get to come home, so she stayed and took care of my kids for the whole 5 days, which was really nice. And so that was great. And then of course, shout out to Jade and Jonathan and their family. Um, they helped. They are here and they help too. And I'm just so, so thankful. Thank you to Slade's parents too. They came and saw us in the hospital and they got me flowers and everybody was so nice. I was super obviously struggling because it was very hard for me to do. Um, but she was able to come off of the CPAP in like it was like 2 to 3 days. She was able to come off and she was able to breathe on her own, and then and they took the feeding tube out, and for the first like day and a half she was just getting IV fluids, um, and so I have I've breastfed all of my children for the first 6 months except for her because it was just too hard with everything that happened. And yeah, I think whatever works for you works for you. I was formula fed and a C-section birth, and I turned out pretty okay. So, um, but yeah, that happened. We stayed with her, and I'm super thankful for the NICU, and super thankful that we have a NICU in house too, um, in our city, because we could have had to be flown to a different city far away. Really glad that that is not the case. And yeah, we came home after the first 5 days and got to bring her home, and she's here now and she's super healthy and um, acting like a regular baby. I have taken these just 2 weeks off, haven't done any um, dance teaching or filming until right now. I've been, I mean, tired, obviously. Having a newborn, she's pretty backwards with her schedule. She's awake most nights from like 2 a.m. to like 4 a.m., 4 or 5, um, just because she is awake. And that'll get fixed eventually, and it's all right. But yeah, she got to meet her brothers and sisters, and they all super love her. Leela, she wasn't as sure about her when they first met. We kind of think it's funny. So Leela is my 1 year old, and we think she thought that she might have been like a doll, like one of her baby dolls, and then she moved, and she got kind of scared of her. She's like, "Whoa, that moved!" So, but she's getting used to her now, and yeah, they're gonna be best friends. Okay, they are. They have to be. That's it. So let me just say, I mean, one more time. I know I probably don't even have to, and you guys are the sweetest, most kindest people in the world. And I absolutely am so thankful for you guys, especially because you're here and you're watching, and you continue to be here even when I have to take a break because I have a baby. um, and I just please keep it kind in the comments. Everybody's birth story is different. I have 5 different birth stories. Really, the only thing in common with all of them is the fact that I get the epidural. And yeah, I will continue to do that. I can't believe how fast I went from a 4.5 to a 9. Like, it's wild. Yeah, we'll probably have at least one more baby. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We don't have a super plan. We just kind of roll with it. I'm doing well. I guess I should probably add that. I'm doing really good. This was the 4 hours of labor was the easiest birth I have ever had. Hands down, the easiest. I didn't have to push that long. I was not in super painful contractions for that long. I was just um super easy, super simple, super easy birth. It was wild. I didn't tear at all. Didn't have to have an episiotomy. If you don't know what those are, look it up. But uh, yeah, I I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. It feels really nice to put makeup on. That is the truth. Cannot wait to get back to filming and tell you guys all my thoughts. I have tons of holiday releases that I have not filmed with yet because I've just been um, kind of sick. Actually, I got sick again, and my throat kind of hurts. But I decided I was going to push through today, anyways, because I need to film. I want to film a video, and I want to tell you guys what happened. So, I hope I shouted out everybody I need to shout out. Super thankful for my husband. Amazing. He's the best. Huh. That's kind of weird. Um, this is the Patrick Ta, these new glitters he came out with. Make It Major Multi-Dimensional Eye Topper. I used It's Giving Luxury. Huh. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's pretty. Well, if I forgot anything or anything like that, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you have any questions for me. Yeah. I told the whole story and forgot to do my makeup. I'm not done yet. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I had a lip, but I kind of like it without one. So I hope that I hit everything. I should have made a list. I knew I should have made a list, but I was like, nah, it'll be fine. So, yeah, I had a baby on October 1st, 2023. She's 12 days old, and I am doing awesome. She's doing awesome. We're good. It was a little rough go, but we've had almost a week to recover from that. Yeah, today's Thursday. Yeah, so we came home last Thursday. We have been home for a week, and we're just adjusting, and it's been good. So, if you have any questions for me about anything like that, I am an open book. And yeah, we're so thankful to the NICU nurses and the doctors on staff, and yeah, just our friends and family. Praise God for the way that this situation turned out, because it could have been worse. But yeah, so with that being said, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I love and appreciate you. Give this video a thumbs up if you love videos like this, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! She was sleeping and obviously is not super happy about this happening right now. It's the middle of the day. It's time to wake up so we can sleep tonight. Look at all her hair. She's got a lot of hair. She's pretty cute. Yeah, that concealer. Nope. No, 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 go, no. It looks so bad.